Hey guys, how are you? So I wanted to share a little bit about this month's theme for August. And this month we're going to be talking about professional positivity. And with our well-being calendar that you get, there's always different little prompts that we like for you guys to kind of have your focus on for this month. And one of the prompts that is on the calendar is learn a new professional skill. And I know many of you during your orientations and different conversations that we've had, you want to learn something new in the classroom. And again, when we think about learning something new in the classroom, it doesn't necessarily have to be something huge where you have to do like a, huge PDR credit with 2 hours and all this stuff. It can mean just a tiny little idea or task or a new little skill that can change how your classroom is running, how you feel that you're doing as a teacher, and just this one little tiny change can really make a difference in your classroom with your students and with your connections with the parents and just how you feel. So one of the things is that I have here with me is Katie Kirkland.
Hello.
And she was a former
First grade
teacher. And so she knows all about the classroom. As you know, I have not been in the classroom, and I have listened to her share the neat little things that she used to do as a teacher, and now she's being able to bring it into our programs and help you guys with curricula concept as she's doing different things with her role with us. And so I'm going to let her speak on something that she shared with us just in conversation, and I just thought it would be a great new tip for you guys to kind of see if it's something that resonates with you and something that you would like to try. So she's going to explain it for you.
Okay, so thanks, Pam, for letting me come share a little bit. With what I'm sharing, it's going to be like a combination of things that I've learned or used in the classroom that were successful with trial and error, with trying to, change things that they fit my teaching style, that they came, they were genuine actions or strategies that I used. So know that anything I share with you, this is not the end all be all. You can modify it to meet your personality, your class, and it's going to be a mixture of some of my experiences in the classroom, but also some that I teach now with our REACH program that goes in to schools around the state and helps teachers learn social emotional, the importance of social emotional skills and strategies to help better the social emotional development of their little ones, and then also their behavior as well. So when Pam and I were talking a while back, I kind of shared just a little when she mentioned, it can be just a tiny thing that you start changing. Often we think about we say the littlest things mean the most, or the littlest things are most important. But when we get going and we get busy, those little things we forget to do, and or we put them on the back burner. But finding little things that you can stay consistent in will help, or you can see help and change different aspects of your teaching day-to-day life. And so one of those is going to be kind of like a little checklist to use. I know that I need all the reminders I can get. If someone's not reminding me, I need to form my own way to remind myself. And so for some of the classes that I've been in, we talk about being intentional with play. Yes, I know that you're with your little ones all day long, and so we think I've been playing with them, I've sat down with them, but usually it's in passing, or you have something else on your mind that you're thinking about, or you're going from one task to the next and just commenting like, I see that you built that block or that castle, that's wonderful, and then we're continuing onward. But what we know is that when we join in intentional play with our little ones, that we are actually teaching them so many different skills, and we're learning from them. And the more we make effort in that little step of maybe sitting 5 minutes, or maybe sitting 2 minutes if that's all we have, is going to be beneficial for both parties, for you and for your little ones. So with some of my teachers, I have created, I don't know if you can quite see it, but Pam has copies. It's just this little checklist. There's nothing fancy. You can, get yours to match the theme of your classroom. You can use the cool fonts, but this one is just titled Intentional Play. And so what we do is laminate it, have it on, your desk or your board where you can see it often, and it has a class list or a class roster with all the kids' names. And so throughout the week, as you join in an intentional play with them, as you have conversations with them, as you start to learn a little bit about them or skills that they may need help on, you can check that child off for the week and know, I have spent this time, I have, put in the effort, and once you start doing that, you may no longer need this checklist. But it helps with fidelity purposes, thinking like, okay, I did do that. I know that I've been consistent in it. It also reminds you like, oh, I need to check in. I've been busy with reporting, or I've been busy with testing, and you can see a list of names. But with this same template, I told Pam as well, I've used it for little other habits in my classroom. So instead of where I would label intentional play, I could have like contacts, or I could have daily notes. And in the classroom, I used to have this same form laminated, and I taped it right by my laptop. And so as I was shutting down for the day, one easy little thing that I would do to help build the nurturing environment, to help build rapport and relationships with families and with our kiddos, or the kiddos in my classroom, was to send just a really quick message to a few parents an afternoon. Now, did I skip a few days? Probably so, because that's life. But when I could remember, I would send a parent a text or a dojo message, whatever communication we were using at the time, an email, and just saying something very simple like, hey Mom, just wanted you to know that Johnny was a great leader today for our line. He did such a good job getting us out for the fire drill. Awesome. And it's that easy. Hope you'll have a great evening. See him tomorrow. Love, Miss Kirkland. And so that could continue conversation at home. That conversation piece is really important. Kids aren't going to share a lot. Parents get frustrated, but also parents want to know everything too. And so it's a way to give good communication, positive communication. We're not always calling because there's something bad, or emailing because there's something bad. So those little quick, this template could really be anything that you would need reminders with, that would be beneficial for you to continue doing. And it's just little small changes. And I'm excited to hear what all you do with it, or how you change it, or how you can use it in your classrooms too.
Love that. All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
And like I said, this is something that I just thought was such a neat idea. And again, I know as we are in the classroom, sometimes connection is really hard, to find that bond with that child, right? Maybe you're just like, I'm not connecting. I don't know what it is. I'm missing that personal connection. This might be just a great bridging tool that you could use to say, you know what? I'm going to intentionally just sit with this child and just observe, and just kind of let that little child kind of lead whatever they're doing. And you might find that you might have a connection all of a sudden, where he's just like, hey, she's just sitting here, handing me a block, or just talking to me about the colors. And now he feels a little bit more trust with you, or a little bit more safer. And so again, this is just going to be a fun little thing that you guys can implement. And again, I think it's going to be really neat. And two, I just remember when my kids were little, a lot of times you don't want to have a conversation with the teachers, right? You just want to pick up your child. You've had a long day, and you're just like, I just kind of want to go, but I really want to hear how my child is doing, and not always the negative thing. And so I love that you could use this checklist too, like you said, with just after, like, just a quick little note. And that's going to build that bond again with the parents. It's going to make more conversation, where the parents are going to feel like, oh my gosh, you see my child. You're telling me something so cool. And that is so beneficial too, when they're so little and they can't really speak what they did today. That parent can say, you did that today, and then that little child can be really excited. So I hope you find this super useful, and you're going to be able to make copies, and it's edible. I'm going to give you an edible version where you can just make it all your own, make it cutesy, and do whatever you want. But we thought the video was a lot better to explain it, and especially coming from the person that has lived it, done it, it's much better. So I hope you enjoy this, and we'll both be waiting to hear exactly how you use it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.